A few days ago, I was in the grocery store or department store, stores that have multiple things in them. And I I went to the register where there's a cashier instead of going through the aisles of self checkout. So, and there's about 3 cashiers, and basically all of them were kind of empty, no one in the lines. And I knew once I got to the cashier, I was going to be there because I had multiple transactions, different types of transactions to take place. And so as I was at the cashier, a lady came behind me, and I questioned to myself, now why would she come behind me with the other empty lines, and she could tell I'm going to be here a minute. Why would she get behind me? So I just shook it off and kept unloading my items on the conveyor belt. So I've basically entered all of my items and they got checked out and everything. And then the last transaction I was going to do was involving writing a check. And mind you, I haven't written a check in ages. I don't even remember the last time I wrote a check. But I could tell you because I found out what happened to me at the cash register. It wasn't embarrassing, but it let me know you ain't caught up with the times, because my thought was that I was going to write a check for the last transaction of the items that I had left, and once I got home I would go online and transfer my money to the checking account from my savings account to the checking account. And I'm thinking it would be 2 or 3 days before the check got, debited or credited to my account. So I thought I had time before the check cleared. But little did I know, they scan the check through a machine, and it's just like you're handing a credit card, and it gets denied or approved on the spot. So I had $40 worth of things that I thought was going to be cleared because I wrote a check. I didn't know they were going to see if the money was in the account right then. So obviously I got surprised, denied. So I had them to get the supervisor to see if they could approve it. I'm diligently trying, because I had a whole bunch of garden stuff, $40. And to mind you, I knew I was touching money that was put up for a purpose. I knew I wasn't supposed to be touching this money, but I'm like, oh well, I'll sacrifice these $40. So the supervisor came. Still the same answer. If this money isn't in the checking account, we can't approve the check, ma'am. Okay. All right. And the person behind me that I questioned, why is this lady getting behind me when she see I'm going to be here a minute? As I was getting ready to give them back the stuff or to, accept the fact that I can't get these items, the lady said, I got it. I'll pay for it. And I was like, wow, oh my gosh. And as I was looking at this lady, and thanking her, I saw a majestic look on this woman. All of a sudden, it was like I saw an angel. And that's basically the testimony that I'm bringing about now. God is bringing, or we know that there are spirit beings that has been released during this time on earth. Whether they are to the positive or to the negative, energies, spirits, angels, ancestors, aliens, whatever we may want to call it. But I refer them as a host of angels surrounding and protecting me. Angels are ministering agents to help in the time of need, a present help. So, by my foundation being Christianity, that was my open door to spirituality. So I gravitate more towards angels. So when I looked at this woman, it was something majestic about her. She was a Caucasian female, but her stature, something was majestic about the stature, about her. I don't know. I can't explain it. But all of a sudden, I saw the God in her, the divine God in her, the most high creator God in her. And that answered my question, why she was behind me. Because I couldn't understand it. And knowing God already in my spirit, I knew that money was put aside for a purpose, and God honored that purpose and met the need of even my garden products. $40, that may not be much to a lot of people, but that's a whole lot to me. That's a sacrifice to me. That's God to me. So that's the first thing that happened the previous week, that somebody paid for something that I was sacrificing, and I really wanted to, but didn't want to, but God honored it and paid it through a angel to me. So there are our spiritual aids available, and we will see them. It's going to be something that's different about them. And that's not the first time I encountered angels being a present help. That's not the first time. And each and every time that I experienced that, being aware of strangers, you're entertaining angels, is something majestic. So we will have the eyes to see that majestic in them, the divine being in them. And as we're being, also God is having me to say right now, as we're being helpful, being led by the Spirit, they will see that divine being within us as well. Because we are walking God, deity, divine gods as well. Being led of the Spirit to give, not just giving to give, No, we're divinely using wisdom and love and following the flow of the Spirit to give, where they will also see the divinity within us. God, seeing God, beholding God.